Hello everyone, welcome to AduTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for Monday, 25th July, tomorrow. See, this is the daily chart of Banknifty that I've opened. Before we start with the analysis, I just want to say that I was not able to upload this week. I just returned to Bangalore today. So next week we will be having continuous videos the entire week. So I do apologize for that. And now just starting off with the analysis for tomorrow. This is the daily chart of Bank Nifty. We have a pretty strong momentum in Bank Nifty, and this is the Friday's candle where we have got a pretty strong close. Now there are a couple of possibilities that I want to show even in this Elliott wave. I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart. We're not going too deep in Elliott wave analysis, but just showing a possibility. See, from this low, if we consider this as a 1, this is a second corrective wave, 2, this can be 3, 4, and this can be a fifth wave. And what happens after a fifth wave is usually we get a correction, ABC, that is this corrective wave. We can get a correction like this, A, B, C, or it can be A, B, C, D, E. That depends on the price action. Only the price action can tell us. See, even when this correction came, it was a good ABC correction, like this ABC. So expecting a correction at around this point, and the point can be this gap. You see, we have this gap over here, right? We had a gap down over here. So this gap, both the points, the entire gap can act as resistance. So there is a possibility. I'll just remove this line. Sorry. I'll remove these waves. See, there is a possibility that this fifth wave can come and hit this level of 37,100, or it can even fill this gap and go until 37,400, and then we can get that ABC correction on the downside. That is one possibility. The other possibility is this itself is still the third wave. That is 1, 2. This itself, we are still in the third wave. The third wave could end here. We could get a fourth wave correction and then again a fifth wave. So either way, at this point, either at 37,100 or 37,400, I'm expecting a correction of an ABC like this, right? So that is the first view that I have in Bank Nifty. Now we'll see the levels where all we can try and enter or take an entry based on our 15-minute chart and the CPR levels for tomorrow. So this is the Bank Nifty 15-minute chart, and these are the levels that I have. This is the gap that I showed, which can possibly get filled. See what happens whenever there's a gap. I've been reiterating in all my videos, right? One, we could take resistance at this gap boundary or fill the gap and take resistance here. So both the things are possible here. We'll just have to wait and see. Now I'll just put on the CPR levels for tomorrow. This is the tomorrow daily CPR. See, in case as of now the global market ended in red on Friday, okay, SGX Nifty is indicating a gap down. So let's see the possibility if there is a gap down. If there is a gap down, okay, wherever if there's a gap down, definitely we will come and gap down within the CPR level, or probably even below that. So there is a strong support over here at 36,400. Let me make the charts bigger. So why I would say there's a strong support is previously, see, we consolidated over here on Friday. This was a beautiful move. We missed it, like I was traveling so I could not trade. See, once this consolidation ended, right, when this green candle was coming, we could have entered and kept this high of this consolidation as stop loss, and I think one of the CPR targets also hit on Friday. So this was a good move. So if there would be a lot of buyers still left over here who would have not got a trade at about 36,500 range. So if we get a dip, this level can act as a good support and we can get a bounce either until this previous day high, or if this previous day high 36,800 breaks, then the next target is, there is some strong resistance at 36,900. If that breaks, then definitely we might even see 37,100. Now what is this strong resistance at 36,900 is nothing but this previous price action. Let me put off all this line. See, previously over here, when we came here, the next day we gapped down, right? So this is another place where we can take resistance. We'll have to be a little careful. But even if that is broken, then yeah, probably we can see 37,200 or 37,100. Now, say the Axis Bank results came out, few banks results came out along with Reliance over the weekend. So if the market, say the US market recovers on Monday morning and we end up, and because of this Axis Bank and the other bank results, say we end up getting a gap up, right? If we get a gap up, a small gap up until this previous day high is good. But if we get off a big gap up somewhere close to this 37,200, that means we need to get a gap up of about 300 points is possible when after this results and all that. If we get a gap up over here, then we will not go long. We will be careful because as mentioned, I'm expecting a corrective wave from here or filling this gap. But because of the gap up, some profit booking also can kick in and we might get a short trade, probably a retest of this 36,900 or 36,800, this previous day high. So if there's a gap down, yeah, I'm definitely looking to buy if we take support at this level. And if there's a gap up, I will probably look to sell, all depending on the price action, right? Now the other possibility is if we get a gap down and say whatever corrective wave we saw here, right? Now what if, see, nothing in the market is for sure. If it was for sure we are going to correct from here, definitely I would have bought puts, but that's not the way how market works right now. Say, what if this itself is the third, like in third impulsive wave, and the corrective wave is going to start from here itself, 4 and then 5, right? Even that is possible. It's not necessary always will hit the target that is there, right? If that happens, how we can identify that and take a trade is, say we gap down and we are hovering over here, somehow we are forming this kind of a base and this consolidation breaks, right? If not tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, if this consolidation breaks, then I would probably look to short, not until then, because there's a very good chance this was a good consolidation. It's not a, see, whenever there is a consolidation like this and then a breakout, right? The next time when we come to retest this, it will act as a good support. So unless this breaks, I would not enter short. So within this 36,800 and this level of 36,500, if the market is just sideways, we won't have any trade, right? So that is one thing. And say the market remains sideways and probably later in the evening, like how we got this breakout around 11:45, say around 11 or 12, we break out of this previous day high, then yeah, definitely I'll go long with the first target as 37,200. So these are the possibilities that I have for Banknifty. In short, in just one line, within 36,800 and 36,500, in this 300 points, we might be sideways. If we get a nice bullish candle at, say, at about 36,500, like something like a retest of this level, and we bounce, definitely I'll go long. And if this level breaks, I'll go long. And if this consolidation shorts, if this consolidation breaks, I'll look to short. So this is my plan for Banknifty. And the other thing that I'll take confirmation before like being aggressively short is, see, the two lines that you see here is the 20 MA, 50 MA, and this is the 200 EMA. See, the last time when we got the small correction, even in this correction, what happened? Sorry. Even in this correction, what happened? This is the 15-minute chart. In 15-minute chart, we got a crossover. 20 MA crossed 50 MA on the downside. And then when 20 MA crossed 50 MA on the upside, we got a nice move on the upside. So that's another confirmation that we can wait for. Wait until this 20 MA crosses the 50 MA, and that can be a good signal to short on the 15-minute time frame. So that's like another confirmation that we can take for shorting. So this is my view in Banknifty. And before we proceed to see Nifty, right, if anybody hasn't joined this group, you can join this group on CosmoFit. The link is there below. Because of my extensive traveling plan this week, I could not post much this week, but next week we'll be posting regularly. What we do is just post some live technical analysis in the live market times in Nifty and Banknifty. And since I didn't post much, I have the option chain analysis part 1 and part 2 uploaded. So if you want to watch this, it is for free. You can just join. The first 1 week is for free. You can join and watch these 2 videos. These videos will be available for 1 week. Now the next, we'll just look at Nifty. See, again, Nifty has had a pretty nice move. Let's just see the daily chart of Nifty if there's any trend line that we are coming close to. Okay, this trend line is there. Okay, there's no any such trend line that we can use, but there is one strong resistance at this point, that is 16,780. So this level is something that we can watch out for. Then there is the same level that I marked here at about 16,794. A good support for Nifty is here. If the intraday dip, the 90-point gap down that we are seeing, right? If we come here and say gap down to this level, it's a good place to buy based on, like, after getting a nice bullish candle. And even the next level of support on the downside is here, 16,600, and a good resistance is here, 16,800, almost 16,794. If this breaks, then the only next resistance we are seeing is 16,934. Let's see, why is that? Why have I marked? Yeah, it's because of this. And before that, even kind of this level can act as a good resistance, that is this level, 16,870. So these are the levels that I have for Nifty, and these are the levels that I have for Banknifty. And just to, one more thing to keep in mind, on Wednesday you have that Fed meeting that's happening in US, along with that interest rate hike, whether it's going to happen or how much it's going to happen. So in case a bad news comes out of there on Wednesday, again our markets might take a turn on the downside, and probably that effect will be only seen on Thursday and Friday. So until then, if we don't hit this level, right, if we don't hit this level or fill this gap until Wednesday, we might be a little sideways also. But our levels are clear. Even if it is sideways, it would be sideways within this. The market can't break out of this and just be sideways right here, right? So that's the other possibility. If this breaks, we are looking at, there's a short target, this and this is a 100-point target. It's not worth it. But if the previous day high and the R1 breaks, right, then definitely we'll hit 37,200. And if we take a support at this level in 36,500 in Banknifty, yeah, probably we can buy. And one more thing to keep in note is, tomorrow it's a pretty wide CPR. So unless either this level breaks on the upside or this level breaks on the downside, we'll have to be pretty careful. We could end up having a sideways move as well. So that's it for tomorrow. Hope this analysis helps and we can make some money. Let's wait and see what happens.